Do you know the magic of kindness? In a quaint little village in the heart of a vast forest, lived a kind old woman named Eliza. This wasn't any ordinary village, and Eliza wasn't just any villager. She had a remarkable gift, a bond with the creatures of the wild. She could communicate with animals. Every evening, as the sun took a bow and the moon took center stage, Eliza would become the village storyteller. The children would gather around her, their eyes sparkling with excitement and curiosity. They were eager for the tales of Nutmeg, the cheeky squirrel, Hoot, the wise old owl, and Willow, the gentle deer. These stories were more than just entertainment. They were lessons of life, wrapped in the colorful ribbons of imagination. But one evening, as Eliza spun yet another tale of kindness, she noticed young Tommy, his face clouded with worry. He had lost his favorite wooden horse. Eliza told Tommy about a magical creature in the forest, the Dreamweaver, who could make dreams come true for those who showed kindness. This was no ordinary creature. The Dreamweaver was a guardian of dreams, a being of pure magic, and its powers were as old as the forest itself. It had the ability to weave together the threads of dreams and reality, creating a tapestry of truth from the raw material of hopes and wishes. But the Dreamweaver's magic had a condition. It didn't work for those who were selfish or cruel. It only responded to acts of kindness and compassion. Knowing this, Tommy made up his mind. He was going to find the Dreamweaver and ask for his help to find his lost wooden horse. The next day, as the sun was just beginning to peek over the treetops, Tommy ventured into the forest. The path was long and winding, but Tommy was determined. Along the way, he came across Nutmeg, the mischievous squirrel from Eliza's stories. Nutmeg was in a pickle, frantically searching for acorns for the coming winter. Remembering Eliza's words about kindness, Tommy decided to lend a helping hand. Together they scoured the forest floor, collecting acorns until Nutmeg's stockpile was full. Nutmeg, grateful for Tommy's kindness, decided to help him in return. The little squirrel knew the forest like the back of his paw and knew exactly where the Dreamweaver resided. Moved by Tommy's kindness, Nutmeg led him to the Dreamweaver. Tommy approached the Dreamweaver and explained his predicament. The Dreamweaver asked what Tommy would do in return for his toy. With a determined look in his eyes, Tommy made a promise. He said, "I will help anyone in need, and I will always be kind." At that moment, the forest fell silent. The Dreamweaver looked at Tommy, his eyes sparkling with curiosity and wisdom. He saw the sincerity in Tommy's heart, and knew this was a promise that would be kept. Nodding in approval, the Dreamweaver waved his paw, and in the blink of an eye, Tommy was back in the village. But something was different. Tommy was clutching his beloved wooden horse, the one he thought he had lost forever. A gasp of surprise escaped his lips. The Dreamweaver had kept his promise, and in return Tommy knew he had to keep his. From that day on, Tommy became known as the kindest boy in the village. He was always the first to lend a helping hand, always the first to offer a comforting word. He helped his friends when they were in trouble, he helped his neighbors when they were in need, and he even helped strangers who were just passing through. Every time he looked at his wooden horse, he was reminded of his promise to the Dreamweaver, and of the magical power of kindness. And so, from that moment forward, Tommy lived his promise every single day, and the village was all the better for it. Tommy helped his friends, his neighbors, and even strangers in need. His wooden horse was a constant reminder of the day he learned the true meaning of kindness. From that day forward, Tommy transformed into the kindest boy in the village. He became a beacon of compassion and generosity, always ready to lend a helping hand or a listening ear. He helped Nutmeg gather acorns when food was scarce. He aided Hoot in building a new nest when the old one was destroyed in a storm. He even helped Willow find her way back home when she lost her way. Every act of kindness was a step towards fulfilling his promise to the Dreamweaver. Tommy showed us all that kindness isn't just about grand gestures. It's about the small, everyday acts that make a world of difference. So dear children, remember the story of Tommy and the Dreamweaver, and always be kind to others, for kindness has a magical power all its own. The end.